this Mao Jian green tea. I picked this up from a local shop. It was very inexpensive. Some of these leaves are just from the Gaiwan not being totally clear. I just threw some more leaves in. But yeah, Mao Jian green tea from Hubei province. Got my trusty kettle. I just took this off a cast iron stove. Got this cool cup here. So yeah, I'm just going to be drinking this tea up here. Really like Mao Jian. You don't see a lot of people talking about it. But I've come to enjoy it. It's common in Hubei. And yeah. So I'm just going live every day. Every day, at least 20 minutes. And just drinking tea. Sometimes it's not tea related because I'm traveling around. Thank you. Hey, Emmanuel. What's up, man? Yeah, this is a cool cup. It's a cool cup. But yeah. The mission to go live every day. I should try to provide more value in these lives, but I think right now I'm just getting used to the routine and getting comfortable doing it. But yeah, Mao Jian green tea. Love this tea. It's just these tiny little buds. And pretty enjoyable. There's all this black on my hand. I've been battling a cast iron stove, throwing wood in it. Looks kind of like a war-torn region. This building's kind of hollowed out at the top. Small town China. I like all the steam. Looks kind of cool. It does kind of look like Mexico. Yeah, it looks like, yeah. It does have kind of a Mexico, yeah, South America, yeah. I haven't been to Mexico in a long time. I did a couple days in a Tijuana jail once. It's so funny. I bought this butterfly knife from this street vendor, and then went around the corner, and the cops were arrested me for it. It was really funny. My parents had to pay about $2,000 to get me out. I was only probably 15 or 16. This bamboo tells you it's China. That is some real bamboo. Yeah, Mao Jian green tea. Good stuff. I should be leaving Hubei province on Friday. And then get back home. It's like, you have a great home when you travel and you're like, I can't wait to go back home. I just love my apartment, love the way it's set up. I think that's a nice sign. If you travel, but then you want to go home, probably means you have a pretty nice place, or at least, nice for you. But yeah, just spending a couple days out here in Hubei province, central China, renewing my residence permit. Critical piece for me to be able to stay here in China. Any American can apply for a 10-year tourist visa for China. But you used to be able to just go to Hong Kong every 60 days and then walk back across. But nowadays they question you and they just assume you're working illegally. So yeah, you can't really live here on a tourist visa anymore. You can go a couple times, but the questions every time just get harder, where they're kind of like, okay, well, we're going to refuse you next time. So yeah, they don't want you living here on a tourist visa. But that wasn't always the case. 10 years ago, you could totally live here on a tourist visa and just do your little visa run every 60 days. But they don't really allow that anymore. So the only viable way to live here is to marry a Chinese person or get a Z visa, work visa, which has its own headaches. When you have a Z visa, it's connected to your employer, and they kind of have you by the balls, so to speak. So if you want to live in China long term, and I don't think there are like tons of people that are like, oh, I want to live in China. It's just not a lot of people. But if you did, your best bet is to marry a Chinese person. It's like that most of Asia. I mean, most of Asia, you're not going to get citizenship. They don't even have like citizenship by investment programs or anything. And yeah, so if you really want to stay in Asia, find an Asian husband or wife, probably the best route for you. Man, this Mao Jian's cool. I just love like rapid succession of infusions until it's just like nothing. Like I just keep going with it. And this pot of water I have is going to start getting cooler, so I'm just going to keep the sessions rolling with this. I think this is number 3. Not sure how good the picture quality is, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And if you don't want to watch, that's okay too. No pressure. So yeah, just here in central China, drinking some green tea on this patio here. Yeah, it is sweet. Yeah, I should thank you, Emmanuel. Yes, I should describe the tea. So it's a little bit bitter. I'm using maybe more than what most people would use, so it's a little bit bitter. I kind of like a little bit bitter, but like the aftertaste is kind of sweet. And let me try to give you some good tasting notes here. So you're immediately confronted with kind of like a grassy bitterness, and then the aftertaste is like sweet. It really just feels like it cleans your mouth. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, I guess it's like the astringency. It feels like it has this sort of just cleaning effect. Mouth feels really like dried out and like astringency. I believe that's it. Yeah, most people haven't. It's not terribly popular outside of China. But I'm going to hunt down a really good example of it and get it on the website, just because I like it. And yeah, I guess nobody really has this. But yeah, it's typically consumed grandpa style here in Hubei. They'll just put some leaves in a cup and pour water over it. So yeah, it's been pretty cold here. It's been in the 50s and 60s. I guess some people are in much colder conditions than that. So maybe it's not that cold. But yeah, Hubei, central Hubei in the wintertime, there's a lot of coal burning for electricity generation. And just a lot of houses burning wood stoves and stuff. So you get some kind of degraded air quality. Not like our sweet Shenzhen. That's okay. Yeah, let's see how many infusions I can get out of this guy one. So I think this is 4. So I applied for my residence permit today. It was like a big event. So it takes them a really long time to process it. So I may be coming back, or I may send a family member in February to collect it for me. Or I may just come back and get it. And yeah, it's kind of the bureaucracy of staying here. Yeah, Mao Jian's cool. See, it's just like these little baby buds. It's the smallest buds of any tea I've seen. It's just really small little buds. And it makes this really nice... Doesn't it kind of look like it just like glows or something? It has this really nice aura about it. I don't know, it's just like a beautiful infusion there. It's not particularly clear because there's actually just tons, if you can really see, tons of those little hairs. What Mao Jian means fur tips. They're little, tiny little furry buds. And those little hairs just go right into the infusion. It leaves your mouth feeling extremely clean and fresh. I love this tea. So yeah, just another day here in central China. Friday, should be going back to Shenzhen. Really amped. I just love where I live. Man, I'm so blessed. I love my apartment. I love where I live. And I'm looking forward to going back and getting back into my routine. I have a pretty solid routine. Although I stray sometimes, when I'm locked into that routine, I just feel so good. This is infusion number 5. Yeah, I'll probably have Mao Jian on the website. Maybe in a couple months. My goal is to have 30 teas on the website by the end of the year, but I'm not gonna just rush. I have hundreds of teas come my way. So it's really just a curation process of excluding teas from the website. There's infinite teas I have access to, so it's really just a matter of excluding the ones that I don't think are really gonna shine. But I'll be diligent with Mao Jian and try to get a good example of it at a good price. And it's not like a hyped up tea, so I don't think I'll have a problem getting a good price. Like with some dansongs and some Wu Yan chas, You know, there's all this hype about it. A lot of puerties too. They're all hyped up, and so their prices have inflated. But Mao Jian, I don't think so. Okay, infusion number 6. It's still going. This guy one is still going. Delicious. Especially on like a cold day. Man, I just love making hot tea on a cold day. Something so special about that. So yeah, this is Mao Jian green tea from Hubei province in central China. Mao Jian has some of the smallest little buds you'll see on a Chinese green tea. You know, compared to Baihao Yanjin, the white tea, or Longjing, the green tea. I mean, they have real fat buds in comparison. These are just tiny little slivers. Thanks for stopping by, Manuel. Sorry, it's perhaps not that entertaining. Just watching me drink tea. Cold front hit Texas. I've been drinking tea all day. Nice. Nice. Manuel, what? I don't know if you want to say here. I forgot what part of Texas you're in. I think maybe. Did you say Dallas? That's cool. Or that's cold, literally. Man. My parents up in Oklahoma are probably pretty cold. Brownsville. I don't know where Brownsville is. Oh, interesting. Cool. I always thought El Paso was like a really clean, like big city in Texas. I was really surprised. I spent some time in El Paso a couple years back, and I thought it was pretty nice. I actually went jogging around El Paso. It's a nice place. Down in the West Texas town of El Paso. So yeah, everybody rides these e-scooters, e-bikes, three-wheeled e-bikes. And yeah, they're just so affordable and easy to like register. I don't even think you really need to register them in most places. So, but here's a motor scooter here. They're becoming more and more rare. The old internal combustion engine. This is the most popular kind of transport. It's these three-wheeled, electric three-wheeled vehicles. They're kind of like the pickup truck of China. You can get a good one for about $400, $500. Wow, this Mao Jian is still going strong. I think this is infusion number 7. But yeah, just 2 more days in Hubei province. Then I'll be swinging back home. Love Shenzhen. I feel like I can really get a lot of work done there. Yeah, I'm really happy with this Mao Jian. You can just see these tiny little bud tips. These tiny little bud tips. What a specialty. And that's all you need. Hot water, a brewing vessel, and a cup. I like this kind of like linear setup here. Hot water to the gaiwan. Gaiwan to the gongfu. Gongfu to the cup. Alright, well, I'll probably wrap it up here. But yeah, just a little Mao Jian tea session on the balcony here. Thanks for stopping by. I'll try to keep it more interesting in the future. And, yeah. Emmanuel, you have a great day, sir. Thank you for popping on by here.